Heat. It beat against her like a live thing, hungrily sapping the moisture from her body, leaving her drained and weak. Her pale skin, a stranger to such harsh exposure, was blistered and burned. Fine blonde hair, once lovingly brushed and tied into elaborate braids, now tangled about her face in sweaty snarls. Her throat was dry and parched. The few sips of water the slavers allowed her each day only teased at the thirst that plagued her, the thirst that sat in the pit of her belly like a stone. Thirst like she had never imagined could exist. Manacles of rough iron bound her wrists with a rusted length of heavy chain, opening sores where they rubbed against her soft skin, and serving as a constant physical reminder of her helpless bondage. Wild, stinging winds lashed her relentlessly with whips of grit and sand, making her eyes swollen and sore. She had learned to walk with her eyes cast down. There was nothing in this god-forsaken desert she wanted to see. For the first week after the attack, Day had cursed the slavers who slaughtered the caravan she'd been traveling with. She had begged, demanded, and pleaded with them to release her for the ransom she assured them her parents would happily pay. Her efforts were wasted, however, and she had cried herself to sleep every night. Those tears were gone now. She hadn't the energy to think, let alone feel sorry for herself. This land was strange, and to a mind accustomed to endless green pastures and placid lakes, hellishly evil. The slavers had dragged Day and the few dozen others they had captured into this barren land, forcing them to march across the shifting sands and stretches of jagged rock. They stopped only a few hours during the hottest part of the day to rest wherever they could find shade. The captives, mostly young women and girls, were fed only enough to give them energy to move. None of them spoke of the fate that awaited them on the other side of the desert. Ignorance was a blessing they had no desire to cast aside.